Art Fein. Art Fein's Poker Party coming to you from Hollywood with some very special guests. The Glen Band. Take it away, guys.
Well, one cup of coffee and a cigarette. Waiting on the one I want to love and pet. Seems like a year since I've seen her face. Sweet lips I can't wait to taste. Waiting on my baby, but you ain't here yet. One cup of coffee and a cigarette. Well, I think I'm gonna cry if she don't show up. Tears are gonna fall in the coffee cup. Cigarette smokes are getting in my eye. That ain't the reason that I cry. Waiting on my baby, but you ain't here yet. One cup of coffee and a cigarette. Don't show up. Tears are gonna fall in the coffee cup. Cigarette smokes are getting in my eye. That ain't the reason that I cry. Waiting on my baby, but you ain't here yet. One cup of coffee and a cigarette. One more time. Coffee and a cigarette. Waiting on the one I want to love and pet. Seems like a year since I've seen her face. Her sweet lips I can't wait to taste. Waiting on my baby, but you ain't here yet. One cup of coffee and a cigarette. Thank you very much. Thank you, Art. I'm Glen, and this is the Glen Band here. One called Down the Line goes like this. Why you can't be my lovin' baby if you ain't got the style. We're gonna get some real gun love to drive a cool can wild. We're gonna move on down the line. We're gonna do right all the time. Show you're not so hot. Gonna get what she ain't got. She'll be sweet, won't do me wrong. She'll be cool and twice as gone. I'm gonna move on down the line. Right all the time. We're gonna move on down the line. I'm gonna get some loving that's truly fine. She'll be sweet, won't do me wrong. She'll be cool and twice as gone. I'm gonna move on down the line. Gonna do right all the time. One time. So hot, gonna get what she ain't got. She'll be sweet, won't do me wrong. She'll be cool and twice as gone. I'm gonna move on down the line. Gonna do right all the time. One more time. They're gonna get some loving that's truly fine. She'll be sweet, won't do me wrong. She'll be a cool and twice as gone. I'm gonna move move on down the line. We're gonna do right all the time. We're gonna do right all the time. We're gonna do right all the time. We're gonna do right all the time.
It's the song with two endings. That was great.
Two endings and two names. Glen, two endings. Hi, Art.
How you doing, Glenn? That's down the line. A song I knew of as a Jerry Lee song, but actually I guess it's a Roy Orbison song.
Roy Orbison wrote the song. Yes, he did. Yeah.
They did it first, I guess, with the Teen Kings.
That's right.
That was back in your day.
We started about the same time, me and Carl and Elvis, about 1954.
You know, you got a raft of pictures of you with all these people, Lefty Frizzell, Collins kids, and
Everybody.
everybody.
Jack Nicholson's, Bobby Dylan.
Oh yeah, those old guys too.
All those
yeah.
rockabilly guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Pictures of all those.
Wait a
rockabilly
second,
guys.
that's right. You opened for Dylan, didn't you?
I did right here in Hollywood at the Palladium. I opened for Dylan, yeah. Well, he likes rockabilly. He does one of my songs, you know. Everybody's moving.
Yeah. We're going to hear that tonight, I hope.
Yeah, we'll do it.
This is the second time you've been on the show, but the first time you've been performing. We had a long interview with you a couple of years ago, and I'm mighty happy to have you here. Most of these records were on what label? Everybody's moving and stuff.
Era Records out of Hollywood.
Era, E-R-A.
Era Records.
They're available, probably not domestically. They're available on British imports right now.
Ace Records has got all my stuff out of London.
Yeah.
You can get it here in town, Hepcot Records and all
Yeah,
over.
well,
here.
we don't promote any record
We don't
shops.
promote records, all right.
No
Just
record
Glen
shops.
Records.
All right, let me ask a couple standard first questions to the band. I think I've asked you this. Maybe I didn't ask you this already. What was the first record you bought?
Probably a Hank Williams record. I can't remember the song it was. Probably early Hank Williams record. I had so many of them.
And where were you in that period?
In Joplin, Missouri.
And what about seeing shows? Did anybody come through town like Hank Williams or anything?
I never saw Hank in person, but a lot of the guys, Carl Smith and the guys from the ARP, had come through Joplin. They call it Memoir Hall, a big hall in Joplin.
Mm-hmm.
Porter Wagner and some of them.
Porter back then?
Well, not that far back.
No. Okay.
I used to work for Porter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much. I'm going to talk to some of the band members now.
Talk to all the guys,
Let me sneak back and talk to Steve Warner. I've seen you on our show before. You with Jimmy Angel. I've seen you
The ever illustrious Jimmy Angel, yeah.
many times around town. Steve Warner, let me ask you the same. I probably did on the last show, but I'll ask you again. What was the first record you bought? The more embarrassing, the better.
The son of a preacher man.
Dusty Springfield?
Absolutely.
Very cool, very cool.
Only the best, only the number one.
Were you living here in L.A.?
Yeah, I'm living sort of out in the sticks on the outskirts up in Agoura now.
No, were you when you bought Son of a Preacher Man?
Oh, yeah, I grew up right here in the San Fernando Valley.
And what about the first kind of cool show you saw?
The first kind of cool show I saw, I mean...
Live show, live music show. You didn't see Jerry Lee in '57, did you?
Oh, no, I wasn't born until 59. I don't even remember what the first show was.
Well, okay. Most people, it's a memorable event. For you, it just went by.
It's just another gig, man.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Steve Warner. Let me get back here to Philippe Aubergine.
Yeah.
Okay. Philippe, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be here again.
I'm going to go on the other side. Yeah, that's right. You were here with Russell Scott before. You played with a couple of bands around town, but this is really a terrific aggregation that you're with now. Now, your dad, Jacques, was a film guy.
That's not correct, actually.
I got his name wrong?
No, he was an Indian chief, actually.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of some other Jacques Aubergine. Okay. Well, it's
Yeah,
good.
he was an actor. yes.
And we still see him I just saw him on Twilight Zone the other day.
Yeah, he did that, and it was a fun way to grow up, and probably why I do this right now.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you grow up in L.A.?
Mostly, I was born in New York, where my dad started, and then when he came out to do movies, we moved out here. So I mostly grew up here in the Valley, North Hollywood, and Chatsworth.
All right, what was the first record you bought?
We're Only in It for the Money by Frank Zappa.
Cool.
That was kind of what got me started.
Did you go see him around then?
I did. Actually, I bought the album way after it came out, and I went and saw him in '71 at the Poly Pavilion, and that came out as a record, too. Just Another Band from L.A. record.
All right, what about, would that be the answer to the first cool show you saw?
Yeah, I was totally impressed, and I came out of there going, man, those guys must practice a lot. But that didn't sink in on me, but I thought they were really good,
We didn't mention that's Frank Zappa we're talking about, but we were watching this show. You should know that.
Yeah, that was the first show, and that kind of got me going.
Okay. And then you got further back into rockabilly and stuff that we
Yeah,
like.
that was a great, was looking for a job and happened into a rockabilly band, had no idea, and it just really changed my life and gave me great insight into rock and roll. It's amazing to think that rock and roll came from rockabilly.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's good to have you here, and let me go talk to Gator McKinley. Gator, it's your first time on the show. Does it get kind of cold? It's not cold out right now. You know, your head doesn't really get cold, does it?
Not really.
Okay. Gator, I've never met you before, but except at shows and stuff. But you've never been on this show as opposed to these other three guys. Are you from around here?
Valley Village.
That's around here. What was the first record you bought?
L.A. Rockabilly.
Get out of here!
That's the truth.
Wow, that's very cool. If you don't know the significance of that, I don't know. Yeah. All right. What about the first cool show you went to?
It was at Radio City in Anaheim. It was the Stingrays, I believe the Fairlanes, the Chessy Cat Swingsters. Man, can't remember who else.
Wow, a lot of bygone bands.
It was about 81, I think.
And when rockabilly was really swinging then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just a little kid sneaking into the shows, but it was great.
What other cool things did you see around your growing up years? See the Blasters?
Yeah, the Blasters. I got to open up for Dave Alvin and the All Nighters once in the first band I ever played in, so that was great. But yeah, I loved the Blasters.
Yeah.
They really got me into it.
All right, well, I'm pleased to have you here, and I want to hear some more music. So let me sneak out of here and let these guys do what they do best.
Let's do If I Had Me a Woman. This is a good old rockabilly song. Steve, you want to start this one off? In the key of E. Don't dance in the wrong key now. Well, if I had me a woman who was big and fat, jump up and down like an alley cat. If I had me a woman, if I had me a woman. But if I had me a woman, I wouldn't be running around. But if I had me a woman who was lean and tall, let out with a great big wolf call. If I had me a woman, if I had me a woman. But if I had me a woman, I wouldn't be running around. Yeah. Jump up and down and I'd turn a few flips, grab and kiss her on her pretty sweet lips. If I had me a woman, if I had me a woman. But if I had me a woman, I wouldn't be running around. Just one more time. If I had me a woman who was big and fat, jump up and down like an alley cat. If I had me a woman, if I had me a woman. But if I had me a woman, I wouldn't be running around. If I had me a woman who was lean and tall, let out with a great big wolf call. If I had me a woman, if I had me a woman. But if I had me a woman, I wouldn't be running around. Right here's the biggest record seller we had in the 50s. It's like a teen ballad song. It's not a rockabilly. It's the first girl song with the name of a girl before Donna and Peggy Sue. This is one called Lorianne. It goes like this. My Lorianne, speak to me sweet and gentle. Oh, Lorianne, say something sentimental. Now is the time. I want to hear you say I love you. Please understand, don't leave me cold and lonely. Oh, Lorianne, you are my one and only. Now is the time. I want to hear you say I love you. While I had your kissing all at once. I started missing Lorianne, Lorianne. You left my lips a burning, you left my heart a yearning when you ran, Lorianne. Oh, Lorianne, speak to me sweet and gentle, my Lorianne. Say something sentimental, now is the time. Wanna hear you say I love you. Just like the 50s. For a while I had you kissing all at once. I started missing Lorianne, Lorianne. You left my lips a burning, you left my heart a yearning when you ran, Lorianne, my Lorianne. Speak to me sweet and gentle, oh Lorianne. Say something sentimental, now is the time. I want to hear you say I love you. Lorianne, 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 Lorianne.
I'm walking in on you. Got to get back in the light. Glen, it's great to hear you singing these songs. Your success story is kind of a wild one. I know that you did all these country shows and rockabilly shows in the 50s and then faded from sight from, 30 years?
Well, from about 1960 to the late 70s, yeah. I mean,
Oh, no, the
no,
80s.
yeah. I was playing in 1960, but I started back in the late 80s. That's right. I went
Yeah.
to England, yeah.
Yeah. So what about that? In the mid 80s is when the rockabilly revival really had taken hold.
That's right.
And were they looking for you, or were you pretty much available?
No, I didn't. They found me, but Hollywood Rock and Roll, you've heard that album. That was the one that came out in 1977, and it's still selling today. That's what really brought me back, you know. So.
But it must have been. I know that the guys in England are always looking for these old American rockabillys, and you were kind of late blooming. You were kind of late showing up over there. If you waited till the late '80s, you were working at an aircraft plant.
Yeah, General Dynamics in Pomona for about 30 years.
And when you went off to these rockabilly tours, did the fellas say, "Sure, yeah, like hell you are"?
Well, yeah, I couldn't believe what was going on in Europe at that time, you know.
What did your coworkers think?
Oh, I didn't talk music around them. They wouldn't believe I even played music. You don't talk music to workers. They think everybody that plays the guitar is rich, you know. Play a guitar, you're worth $1 million, you know. So.
And so, how many times you've been overseas in the '90s?
About 7 or 8 times.
And thank goodness there's an American market for this stuff now too, which there wasn't in the '80s.
States too, yes, yeah. And also here in the Sunset Strip, I was the first to take rockabilly in there at the House of Blues when I took a big rockabilly show in there.
That's right. That was great. That was great. And also, I know there's this Wisconsin show coming up, right?
Oh, that's the biggest rock and roll show there ever was. Yeah, there's going to be over 100 arts there. I think.
When is it? That's like July 8th.
July the 7th and the 8th, and about that time. Yeah, right after July the 4th.
I can't remember the town of Washington. Who's those? Anyways, it's a big show. Five days in Wisconsin.
That's
so
right.
Just drive through Wisconsin and you'll find
Everybody's going to be there. Every rockabilly is going to be there. Yes.
Just drive through Wisconsin, with your ears open. You'll find
And
it.
I'll be in Vegas. All the guys will be there with me, and during the Easter holiday for the Viva Las Vegas, I'm playing up there.
You may not. You watching may not know there's quite a big Rockabilly Roots festival every year in Vegas called
right.
Viva Las
Viva Las
Vegas.
Vegas, yes.
Takes place in, I guess, like you say, the Easter period. All right, well, let's hear some more music.
Okay. Well, Art, rockabilly really came from the blues and country and boogie. And so we'll do one of these first songs that we learned called Jack and Jill Boogie. Goes like this. Steve, you want to talk? She hollered, hi, you Jack. Wheels rolled the boogie whistle blew. Well, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. Raise a little Jack, raise a little Jill, taught them the boogie to the rhythm of the wheels, and the wheels rolled the boogie. Yeah, the whistle blew. Well, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. Boogie woogie. Gal, it's a dad burn shame. Hold her love and I claim her name. And the wheels rolled the boogie. Well, the whistle blew. Well, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. Yeah. A little Jack, I raised a little Jill, taught them the boogie to the rhythm of the wheels, and the wheels rolled the boogie. Yeah, the whistle blew. Well, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. Little gal lived down by the railroad track. Train rolled by, she hollered, "How you jack?" The wheels rolled the boogie. Well, the whistle blew. Well, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. Well, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. Yeah, the porter would holler and we boogie woogie right on through. That's how rockabilly got started, from that type of song, Boogie Woogie. Let's do it. We started out as a country singer. We still love country music, and when Elvis came out, we all had to change our styles to rockabilly. Here's one of my songs I wrote called 100 Years From Now. It won't make any difference 100 years from now. Let's get in the right key this time, guys. D. You're cheating again, like you done before. You found a new love who you say you adore. Your love I've lost. Life goes on anyhow. What difference would it make 100 years from now? Oh, 100 years from now, we'll be in another world. What difference would it make if somebody lost his girl? If I lose you tomorrow, or if I lose you now, what difference would it make 100 years from now? Years from now, we'll be in another world. What difference would it make if somebody lost his girl? If I lose you tomorrow, or if I lose you now, what difference would it make 100 years from now? What difference would it make 100 years from now?
Yes, sir. A little contrarian Western music. Country.
That's tear-jerking country music.
All right. Well, this is the Glen Band. I'm mighty happy to have you on the show, finally playing your great music. Glen and all the guys, thank you for playing, and you'll be playing around town, around the United States. Let's end up with that song, Everybody's Moving, that Bob Dylan heard and decided he wanted you to open for him because
Yeah, he sung the song and he wanted us to open for him.
he sung it too.
He sung it too. Him and Tom Petty sung it together. Yeah, yeah.
All right, this is your signature
This is
song.
my biggest rockabilly record right here. You start that off, Steve.
Thanks a lot, guys.
One called "Everybody's Moving" goes like this right here. Well, it's Saturday night at the old dance hall. Well, we're rocking it up and having a ball. Well, the cats pick 'em up and then they lay 'em down. The music starts to really dig that sound. Everybody's moving tonight. Everybody's moving, everybody's feeling just right. Well, everybody's everybody moving tonight. Steve on the guitar. There's Philip. There's Gator. Well, you grab your gal with all of your might. You hug her once and you kiss her twice. You tell her what she means to you, and then you really bop the blues. Everybody's moving tonight. Everybody's moving, everybody's feeling just right. Everybody's everybody moving tonight. One more time. Well, it's Saturday night at the old dance hall. Rocking it up and having a ball. Well, the cats pick 'em up and then they lay 'em down. The music starts to really dig that sound. Everybody's everybody moving tonight. Everybody moving, everybody feeling just right. Well, everybody's everybody moving tonight. Everybody moving, everybody